Hare Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare, Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare
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 Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare
Jai
Ram
Shri
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Shri Advaita Gadadhara
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Chaitanya
Krishna
Prabhu
Hare Hare Hare
Nityananda Shri
Ram Ram
Advaita
Ram
Gadadhara
Ram
Ram
Shri
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare
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 Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, 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 Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, 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 Hare 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 Krishna, 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 Hare
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare Ram,
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram, Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Ram,
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Ram
Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram
Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram,
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Ram, Krishna, 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 Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare
Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare Hare
Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Hare
जय
Ram
श्री
Hare Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna
चैतन्य
Krishna
प्रभु
Krishna
नित्यानंद
Krishna
श्री अद्वैत
Hare
गदाधर
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
श्रीवासादि
Krishna
गौर
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
भक्तवृंद
Hare
हरे
Ram Ram Ram
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे
Hare Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna
हरे
Krishna
हरे
Hare
हरे
Hare Ram
राम
Hare
हरे
Ram
राम
Ram Ram
राम
Hare
राम
Hare
हरे हरे
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Krishna
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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Ram Hare Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
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 Hare Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
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 Hare
Krishna
Ram
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 Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Shivasari Gaur Bhakti Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram
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 Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Ram
Hare
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 Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
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 Hare Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Hare Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Ram
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Ram
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram
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 Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
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 Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Ram
Krishna 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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Ram
Ram
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Ram
Ram
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare,
Krishna Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram,
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Krishna.
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Guru,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Guru,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Guru,
Krishna.
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna.
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna.
Hare Hare Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Hare
Nityananda
Krishna,
Shri
Hare
Advaita
Krishna, Krishna
Shivasati Gaur
Krishna,
Bhaktavinda
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram.
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
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 Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna.
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna.
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram.
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare Ram
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
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 Ram
Ram Ram Ram Ram Ram
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare Ram Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Ram
Krishna 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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Ram
Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Ram
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram
Ram Ram Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
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 Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna 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 Hare
Ram 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 Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare Hare
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Ram
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Ram Hare Ram
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 Hare
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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare Ram
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare.
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare. Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita
Hare
Gadadhar
Krishna, Hare
Shivadri
Krishna,
Gaura
Hare
Bhaktavrinda.
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Ram,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Ram
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Ram Ram Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Sri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya Prabhu
Krishna,
Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram Ram Hare
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 Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Ram Hare
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Ram Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Ram
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram
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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare Hare
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare Ram
Ram
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
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 Hare Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Hare Ram Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Ram Hare Hare Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
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 Hare
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 Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Ram
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Ram
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare Ram
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 Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram
Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare Ram
Ram
Ram Ram Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Ram 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Ram Ram
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare Ram
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Krishna 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 Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare. Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, sorry, I got late. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Okay, so we'll read Srimad Bhagavatam. Let's see, what did we discuss yesterday? Yeah, bhakti is everything. Yeah, we read that verse Manye Dhana Abhijana. So this verse, the previous verse we read, also talks about how if a Brahmana has 12 qualifications, but he's not a devotee of the Lord, then he's not, he, a dog eater devotee is better, or a devotee born in the family of dog eater is better than a Brahmana who is puffed up by his knowledge, and even though he has 12 qualifications, but he cannot deliver even himself, what to speak of his family. But the devotee can purify his family. So this is okay. Today we are going to do 7, 9, 10. नैवात्मना प्रभुरयं निजलाभपूर्णो मानं जनद विदुषा करुणो वृणीते यज्ञज्ञान जनो भगवते विदधाति मानं तच्चात्मने प्रतिमुखस्य यथा मुखः श्रीः. Okay, so he says Nija Labha Purno. So he's saying that the offering, okay, let's read the translation. The Supreme Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is always satisfied in himself. Therefore, when something is offered to him, the offering by the Lord's mercy is for the benefit of the devotee, for the Lord does not need service from anyone. To give an example, if one's face is decorated, the reflection of one's face in a mirror is also seen to be decorated. So whatever service we render to the Supreme Lord is for our benefit. Krishna is Atmaram. He doesn't need any service. He has so many devotees serving him in the spiritual world. But he is giving us an opportunity that if we render service to him, then we will become satisfied, we'll become happy. Otherwise, he doesn't need any service from us. Then we may say, well, in the Bhagavad Gita, he says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. Yeah, he says, if you do this, then I will accept it. If you offer me something with devotion, then I'll accept it. Yes. Sometimes we say Krishna is hankering, right? He's hankering for our love. Yes, Krishna is hankering for our love, but he's not lacking anything that in terms of material things that we have to offer him some material thing. But through that material thing, we are offering him our love. That's all. So if we decorate our face, then if we see ourselves in the mirror, then our reflection is also decorated. So your face is Krishna and the reflection is the soul. So if Krishna is served, then the soul also becomes satisfied. Because Eko Bahushyam, we say, this one Supreme Lord has expanded as many. We are all part and parcel of Krishna. Mamevamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana manashashtani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. Srila Prabhupada called all of us as sample Krishna. We are sample Krishna. Krishna says we are Ansha. So the part is satisfied when it renders service to the whole. When we give the example of a leaf is satisfied when it serves the tree. If the leaf is connected to the tree and it serves the tree, then the leaf is nourished. A hand is satisfied or leg is satisfied if it feeds. If the legs go and find food and hand takes the food and puts it in the mouth,
and feeds the stomach, then the hand is satisfied. So Krishna is the root. If you pour water on the root, all the demigods, everybody is satisfied. That is a verse. Yatha taror mula nishichanena tripyanti tatskanda pranopaharach chaiteti tatheva sarvanam achyuta ijya. Ijya means worship. If you worship Krishna, so if you do service to Krishna, then we will be satisfied, and we feel like that, right? I mean, if you chant nicely Hare Krishna, then after some time you feel satisfied. Oh, this is nice. Even selfless service you do in this world, selfless service, also gives satisfaction, right? If you serve others, you help others, then you get satisfied because it gives you some satisfaction. Yes, I have done something for others to help them, like that. So it gives you more satisfaction than when you do something for your own self. So that selfless service, when directed to the Supreme Lord, completely satisfies the self. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti ratokshache ahetukiya pratihata ye atma suprasidati. So we know the story of Durvasa Muni. He was sent by Duryodhan to the Kauravas, to the Pandavas, who were living in Kamyavan at that time, in exile. Duryodhan always wanted to create trouble for the Pandavas. So he pleased Durvasa Muni. Durvasa Muni said, okay, ask for a boon. Okay, take your next meal at Pandava's place. And you go at this time. Because he knew that by this time Pandavas would have finished their meal. And if Durvasa Muni is not given a meal, then he would become very angry and curse, right? He cursed Amrish Maharaj, right? He created the demon. Just little water he sipped before Durvasa Muni's arrival. And Durvasa Muni got so angry. So he knew Durvasa Muni. So in this way, he kind of shot an arrow at the Pandavas in the form of Durvasa Muni, who came. And then, you know the story, right? How Draupadi had already eaten and Akshay Patra, and she could not feed anybody else. And then she called Durvasa Muni with his 60,000 disciples came. And then Draupadi was like very disturbed. How can we feed so many? And all, I have already finished eating also. So then she called to Krishna. And meanwhile, they asked Durvasa Muni to go and Durvasa Muni said, I'm going to take a bath and then I'm coming back with my 60,000 disciples. So, meantime, Draupadi called to Krishna. And Krishna ate that grain of rice or vegetable. And then Krishna told Bhim, go and call Durvasa Muni. So Bhim went with his gada. And Durvasa Muni and all the 60,000 disciples were taking bath. As soon as Krishna ate, they all felt like they were so full. So when Durvasa Muni saw Bhim coming, and they said, how can we now say, Bhim, you go back, we are coming. Go back, go back. So we know this story. Anyway, so Krishna is satisfied, then everybody is satisfied. So
Yasmin tushte jagat tushta.
Yasmin tushte jagat tushta. So in the Bhagavad Gita, also in the 12th chapter, Krishna is saying so many things, right? If you can't do this, then do this. And one of the verses, I think it's 11th verse, he says, Atheta dapiya saktosi kartum madhyogam ashrita. Sarva karma phala tyagam tatha kuru atmavan. He says, if you are not, first he starts with Mayeva mana adatsva mayi buddhim niveshaya. Nivashyasi mayeva ata urdhvam na sansaya. He says, first of all, think of me spontaneously in love. Then you will always reside in me. But if you cannot do that, atha chittam samadhatum na shaknosi mayi sthiram. Abhyasa ye yogena tato mam ichhaptum dhananjaya. Okay, if you cannot do this, then practice bhakti yoga. If you cannot practice bhakti yoga, abhyasa api samarthosi
Mat karma paramo bhava. Madartham api karmani kurvan siddhim avapsyasi. He says, if you can't do that, then just work for me. If you can't practice bhakti yoga, then just work for me. If you can't do that, then just give up the results of your work for some noble cause like that. So that is also their selflessness in the Bhagavad Gita. How? So if you serve Krishna selflessly, then we will also feel satisfied. And the more selfless we are in our service, more we do done only for Krishna's pleasure, the more we will feel satisfied and pleased. Okay, so that is
Daya sarvabhuteshu santushti Sarvendra Pashanti Tushyate Ashu Janardana. We can quickly satisfy Krishna.
quickly
If
satisfied
we show compassion to others.
by giving them Krishna. Which is also Krishna's service also. Yeah.
And being satisfied somehow or other. Not complaining.
Correct.
Controlling our senses.
Three things, yes. So let's read the purport. Okay. In Bhakti Yoga, it is recommended that devotee follow 9 principles. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Pada Sevanam, Archanam Mandanam, Dasyam Sakhyam Atmanivedanam. This service of glorifying the Lord by hearing, chanting, and so on is not, of course, meant for the benefit of the Lord. This devotional service is recommended for the benefit of the devotee. The Lord is always glorious, whether the devotee glorifies him or not. That's why it's called the absolute truth. Absolute means he stands on its own. It doesn't matter whether you accept him or not. The Lord is always the Lord. So you cannot say, oh, so many people don't accept him, so he's not the Lord. No, as absolute, it's not relative. That's why you say absolute. But if the devotee engages in glorifying the Lord, the devotee himself automatically becomes glorious. Cheto darpana marjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam. So is the Lord like very egoistic? He's saying, you glorify me, glorify me. Like we need glorification in our conditioned state, right? Everybody's looking for their pleasure and glorification on a subtle level. Is the Lord also like that? No, even if you don't glorify the Lord is satisfied. He's Atmaram. We may not be satisfied if people don't glorify us. We'll feel disturbed. The Lord is not going to be disturbed if we don't glorify him. But if you glorify means you serve the Lord, basically. Then we will also become happy. Glorious means we'll become happy. Cheto darpana marjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam. By glorifying the Lord constantly, the living entity becomes purified in the core of his heart. And thus he can understand that he does not belong to the material world, but is a spirit soul whose actual activity is to advance in Krishna consciousness so that he may become free from material clutches. Yeah, so if we engage in devotional service, we will understand we don't belong to this material world. Yeah, we are not meant to be here. Yeah, I'm not this body, I'm not this mind, I'm not this matter, I'm spirit soul. So I'll become detached. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Chanayati Asu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayada Hetukam. Yeah, if we serve the Lord, then we'll become detached from this material world and material consciousness. And we'll wake up. We'll wake up to our actual situation, who we are. Jiva Jago, Jiva Jago. We'll understand I have nothing to do in this material world. I belong to the spiritual world. I am Krishna's. I belong to Krishna. And then, as Maharaj was saying yesterday, laugh at the material world. You laugh at the material world. When you are woken up from the slumber, then you laugh. Like, oh, that was just a dream. Not really real. It was just a dream. Yeah. Of course, while you are in dream,
the whole thing is like a dream. And because we are absorbed in the dream, but when you wake up from the dream, oh, that was just, you get a relief. Oh, that was just a dream. So,
2 சப்பாத்தி கொஞ்சம் கின்பா தயிர் வேணாம் கின்பா
saying,
Ravi, you can mute
சப்பாத்தி
them.
okay, Shubha. I was not looking at the screen, so. Okay, so yeah, then this whole thing is like a dream. And when we'll wake up from the dream by transcendental sound vibration. Anavritihi Shabdat. Then, yeah, all important in this world. You become free. So, by devotional service, also Krishna will give us all the knowledge and realization in the heart. It says, right, what is it? Satadam,
Krishna.
Tesham Satadayuktam.
Satapayuktanam Bhajtam Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Yena Yantite Teshamevanukampartam Aham Agyanjamtam Nashyam Atma
Bhavastu Jnanadipena Pashvati. Yes. So Krishna will reciprocate with devotion, then he'll give us knowledge and realization. And he will give us knowledge and realization, then we will feel like, what is this? This is nothing, no real significance, all these things have no real significance. Our Shraddha will increase, right? Yesterday he was Maharaj. Shraddha will increase in the Supreme Lord by hearing about Krishna, by reading the scriptures. Shastriya Shraddha. Not Laukik Shraddha, but Shastriya Shraddha. So,
and he was quoting that word, Yam labdhava chaparam labham manyate nadhikam tata. This means
Naparam labham, it's chaparam labham.
Yeah.
Yam labdhva chaparam labham manyate nadhikam tata. Yes.
So, once we gain taste in this,
gurunapi vichalyate.
Yes means sthito na dukkhena gurunapi vichalyate.
Yeah. He didn't say that part, but I think he was saying the first part.
You can explain the meaning.
Yeah, having gained this, there is no other gain. And even in the midst of the greatest difficulty, one is not disturbed. So having felt the joy of Krishna consciousness and having come out of the material conception of life, I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I belong to Krishna, and I'm not, then all the material desires cease. It's all because of material desires that we are in anxiety, all these material desires, and in a temporary place which is full of misery, we are trying to find happiness in the wrong way. So that is not coming through, and that is why it is giving us so much misery. So all these things will go away, and then you will not only not feel misery, but you will feel happiness. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. Then you can, as you were saying, you can laugh at the world. Yeah, it's not so easy, but by devotional service, we'll come to that, we'll rise above the lower modes, lower consciousness, come to the higher consciousness. And we will come to realize that there is nothing really to achieve in this world, then becoming then self-realization, right? So understanding that I'm part and parcel of Krishna, servant of Krishna. Okay.
Yeah, and on the contrary, people may be very accomplished and millionaires, billionaires. He was talking about a person sitting right next to him in the airplane, and the air hostess brought something different than he had ordered, and he became so angry and so frustrated, yelling and shouting, and the flights are getting delayed, and all these people are getting so disturbed while he is chanting Hare Krishna very happily. So we can see the material things create frustration.
Because things are out of your control.
Yeah, he says the world is designed to disturb you. And yeah, you cannot control things.
We have come to vacation in the material world, but the material world is not a nice place. We have come to vacation here to find some pleasure, and it is out of our control. You may go on vacation like they were going to Australia, and they had bought business class tickets and they wanted to come back and something, and the war broke out. So they could not do anything. So it's like that. Material world is out of control. What we can control is our own desires, right? That's the main thing. We have to control our desires. Other external things you cannot control, but we can control our desires. And okay, so that is what we can control, our senses and our desires. Sarvendriya upashantacha. So like, so that also we can't control until we engage our senses in service of Krishna. So
until we are satisfied with just feeling happiness in bhakti. Because Prahlad Maharaj says the conditions of distress begins when you endeavor for happiness. When we are satisfied with Krishna consciousness, we don't desire anything.
As soon as you begin your project of becoming happy in this material world in a material way, then your condition of distress also begins. Struggle and distress, both. Yeah. And because we are in Maya, we think this struggle is happiness. So, like, you want to become happy, then you have to struggle in this world, right? You struggle. It's like a whole, like, from morning till evening, yeah, you're going in work, then come back, then no time, then again sleep, again go back to work in the morning, and again it's like a cycle that you have to do it for like so many years. We have to do it for so many years because we wanted to become happy independently of Krishna. So now you have to do, and then you think, okay, I will retire one day and then I will enjoy life. We want to retire because we came from a place like that where we are already retired, right, from all this thing. We only enjoy. So there you don't have to work very hard to get enjoyment. Here you have to work very hard to get material enjoyment. You have to work very hard to make your material situation, like build up your material situation. You have to work very hard. And then there is no guarantee also that it will become built up. Because anytime, Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Talamala, Bhajahu Haripada Nitire. So there is no assurance that life will go exactly as you planned. You may have a nice house, then you get a health problem, right? So it's like that. You cannot enjoy. So this is the nature of this material world. So one should not have too much faith in this material happiness. Because we have faith in material happiness. We think, this event will happen in my life, then I'll become very happy. Then that event will happen. It's like a mirage that keeps moving, right? So that will happen, then by that time you become quite old and then you die, and then you also have still desires. Okay, no, if only my life had that happened and this happened, and then so Krishna gives you another body and we are back here again and again trying. So like this, we are doing again and again. I mean, how can you enjoy material? It's like the goats who are eating grass before they're slaughtered. Right? So what is there to enjoy, right? If you're going to be slaughtered and you're going to die and have all the disease and all these things, but sometimes we think, okay, let me enjoy while I can. Anyway, that's in the future, it will come. But right now, I should enjoy. Okay, enjoy, that is there. And as yesterday it was discussed, Raja Vidya Raja Guyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyaksha Vagmam Tirmyam Susukham Kartum Avyayam. So enjoy through Krishna consciousness. That's real enjoyment. Right? So by glorifying the Lord constantly, the living entity becomes purified in the core of his heart. And thus he can understand that he does not belong to the material world, but is a spirit soul. You come to the spiritual platform, the consciousness platform, not this body and mind platform, whose actual activity is to advance in Krishna consciousness so that he may become free from the material clutches. Thus the blazing fire of material existence is immediately extinguished. Bhava Mahadava Agni Nirvapanam. All material desires are like blazing fire. They burn and they impel us to work very hard to satisfy them, and we get exhausted trying to. So if material desires are only not there, then there is no this hard work. The more material desires, the more hard work you have to do in this material world. A foolish person is amazed that Krishna orders, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Sometimes they say, Krishna is ordering, oh, surrender to me, give up everything else. Sarva dharman parityajya, give up all your other duties and just take my shelter. Abandon all varieties of religious activities and just surrender to me. Some foolish scholars even say, this is too much to demand. But this demand is not for the benefit of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, rather it is for the benefit of human society. Prabhupada says Chaitanya Mahaprabhu even doesn't demand surrender, because Krishna came and said, you surrender to me, and surrender, I have to give up everything. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, don't. He doesn't demand. He says, just chant Hare Krishna. Just chant Hare Krishna. Of course, if you chant Hare Krishna and you avoid the offenses, then you will come to the point of surrendering to Krishna. Like yesterday about offenses also, it was mentioned. We chant Hare Krishna and we commit offenses. That is why we lose taste. And offenses are because of impure heart. So envy and all these things is because of impure heart. So how can we get rid of the offenses? Engage in devotional service. Devotional service, as Prabhupada is saying, Cheto Darpana Marjanam, and also desire to give up offenses at the same time. So in the beginning, our service is offensive. Chanting is offensive. Then it comes to clearing stage. And then it comes to the pure stage. As we endeavor and as we chant, then the heart becomes clean, and then the offenses also become lesser and lesser. Okay, so a foolish person is amazed that Krishna orders, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Abandon all varieties of religion and just run. Some foolish scholar, okay, we read this. But this demand is not for the benefit of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, rather it is meant for the benefit of human society. If human beings individually and collectively surrender everything to the Supreme Personality of Godhead in full Krishna consciousness, all of human society will benefit. There'll be no more fighting, no more envy for other people. The world will become a very better place. Everybody will share the resources with other people. Every country will share, and everybody will be centered on God. There'll be no more wars. There'll be no hunger, no poverty. One who does not dedicate everything to the Supreme Lord is described in this verse as avidusha, a rascal. So if we don't dedicate, then we are rascal. If you don't dedicate everything to the Supreme Lord, then we are rascal. In Bhagavad Gita 7:15, the Lord himself speaks in the same way. Namam dushkritino mudha, namam dushkritino mudha, prapadyante naradhamaha, mayaya pritagyana, asuram bhavamashritaha. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, who are the lowest among mankind. So mudha is foolish, like an animal, like an ass. You can read the purport a little bit. Ass, working very hard, were grossly foolish, like hard-working beasts of burden. They want to enjoy the fruits of their labor by themselves and do not want to part with them for the Supreme. Who was that who wanted to not part like an ass?
Avanti Brahmana.
And in Krishna Lila?
Oh, the ass demon, Dhenukasur.
Dhenukasur, yeah. We say Dhenukasur had this. He would not allow anybody to enjoy the tal fruit. He was in tal one. And so the typical example is the beast of the burden is the ass. This humble beast is made to work very hard by his master. The ass does not really know for whom he works so hard day and night. He remains satisfied by filling his stomach with a bundle of grass, sleeping for a while, under fear of being beaten by his master. Oh, if I don't work, my master will beat me. and he's working for grass, and they put a carrot also in front of the donkey, and he's thinking, I'll get the carrot, and he's moving forward in the hope that one day he'll get the carrot, and like that. And the grass is everywhere like that, something Prabhupada says. And then his pleasure is to satisfy his sex appetite at the risk of being repeatedly kicked by the opposite party. The ass sings poetry and philosophy sometimes, but this braying sound only disturbs others. This is the position of the foolish fruity worker who does not know for whom he should work. He does not know that karma is meant for yajna. Yajna arthat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. Most often, those who work very hard day and night to clear the burden of self-created duties. Oh, I cannot come to hear from the sadhus because I have so many things. Burden of self-created duties. Say that they have no time to hear of the immortality of the living being. I have no time, I have no time. Okay. So, because I have created so many duties for myself. To such mudas, material gains which are destructible, are lives all in all, despite the fact that the mudas enjoy only a very small fraction of the fruit of labor. He will eat only 2 chapatis and 2 this thing, but he has made a big arrangement. He has to work very hard, but what he needs is a bed to lie down and 2 chapatis, or maybe 5 chapatis if you are like me, 4 chapatis. But how much, yeah, you can eat, but for that he's working very hard. He's building up a whole empire. Sometimes they spend sleepless days and nights for fruitive gain, and although they may have ulcers or indigestions, they are satisfied with practically no food. They're simply absorbed in working hard day and night for the benefit of illusory masters. Illusory masters means lust, anger, greed, all this are our illusory masters. We are serving them. Kamadinam katina katida palita durnidesha tesham jatamai na karuna na tapano pashanti utsrijyeta natha yadupate sampratam labdha buddhis tvamayata sharanam abhayam mam niyukshvatmadasya. Yes, I'm serving all these bad masters since time immemorial. Ignorant of their real master, Krishna, the foolish workers waste their valuable time serving mammon. Means lust, anger, greed. Unfortunately, they never surrender to the supreme master of all masters, nor do they take time to hear of him from the proper sources. So we are busy for nothing. Because real busyness is for, if you're busy, you should benefit yourself by that busyness. But if you're not benefiting yourself, nate vidu swartha gatim hi Vishnu, then you're busy for nothing. The swine who eat the night soil do not care to accept sweetmeats made of sugar and ghee. Similarly, the foolish worker will untiringly continue to hear of the sense-enjoyable tidings of the flickering mundane world, but will have very little time. Yeah, he will hear so many things about this world, so much gossip and politics, but he has no time to read Bhagavad Gita or to hear Bhagavad Gita. He has all the time talking about and going to so many social functions where they keep chatting, right? But they don't talk about the immortality of the soul that moves the world, and the super soul. So that's how Shota Vyadini Rajendra Nirnam Santi Sahasrashaha Apashyatam Atmatvatvam Griheshu Grihamedinam. It is described, those who are blind to self-realization have thousands of subject matters to talk about and discuss in the human society. Right? So being blind to self-realization. So like that, Prabhupada is saying here. But we'll have very little time to hear about the eternal living force that moves the material world. So mostly it's all about the body, how to keep the body in good condition for sense enjoyment, like that. Okay, so Muda, then Naradhama means, yeah, the lowest of mankind. Krishna is saying all this verse. Prabhupada would sometimes say, don't tell me why I'm criticizing. Krishna is saying, Krishna is criticizing those who don't surrender to him. Don't tell me. Of course, we should not think, I am the one surrendered and nobody else is surrendered. No, then we get pride also. But we are just reading Krishna's words. Krishna is saying, if you don't surrender to me, you are in one of those four categories. Naradhama, uncivilized human being, right? They don't know the prime duty of human life is self-realization. Like Krishna told Arjun, Anarya Jushtam, how have this weakness come upon you? Right? You are speaking like a Pragyavadam Shabhashashe. You are speaking like a learned man, but you don't know what is the difference between the body and the soul. So Anarya Jushtam, he says, right? You don't know the progressive values of life. You don't know the goal of life. So they are all uncivilized human beings. They don't know. And Maya Pritagyana, he says. Yeah. Learned scholars, but with no faith in God or God's words. And Maya has taken away the real knowledge because they are thinking they are the body and there is nobody in charge. They are scientists. Scientists, Prabhupada says. Not all scientists. Some scientists believe in supremacy, but scientists are devotees of matter. They just want to study matter. Matter. For them, everything is matter. Everything can be explained by matter. So their knowledge, they may be very learned in material knowledge, right? But their real knowledge has been taken away by Maya. That's what Krishna is saying. And Asurim Bhavam Ashritaha means they are atheists. They have taken shelter of atheistic ideas. So atheistic nature of demons do not surrender to me. Because of ignorance and misfortune, the atheists and Naradhamas, the lowest of men, do not surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, although the Supreme Lord Krishna is full in himself, he appears in different yugas to demand the surrender of the conditioned soul so that they will benefit by becoming free from the material clutches. Yeah. Because he's compassionate. That's why he comes and he canvasses. Prabhupada says, please surrender to me. Sarva dharman parityajya mam. So you'll become free from all this adhyatmik adi bhautik adi devik misery. In conclusion, the more we engage in Krishna consciousness and render service unto the Lord, the more we benefit. Krishna does not need service from any of us. Prabhupada is saying. Krishna does not need service from any of us. Although he's asking, please serve me, it's for our own benefit. And of course, because he's the father, he wants his children to be very happy in the right way, right? In a loving relationship with him. Actually, Krishna serves us more than we can serve him. So what service we can do? Krishna is serving us all the time. Like we were talking, right? How the child serves more the parents or the parents serve the child more? The parents serve the child, right? I mean, from like cleaning the diapers and giving a bath and everything. The child is not doing anything. Right? Just creating more service for the parents. Child is sick, then the parents have to take the child to the doctor. So who is giving service? The parents are. So Krishna is actually giving us more service than we can give him. So in one way, right? So he has made all this arrangement for our satisfying our material desires. Okay. So any comments on this verse?
I was remembering this. Prabhupada was giving lecture and he broke out, right, when he was talking about Sanatan Goswami offering dry chapatis to Krishna. Can I read what I pasted? Sanatan Goswami at that time had no temple. He was hanging his deity on the tree. So Madan Mohan was talking with him. Sanatan, you are bringing all these dry chapatis and it is stale and you don't give me even little salt. How can I eat? Sanatan Goswami said, Sir,
Where shall I go? Whatever I get, I offer you. You kindly accept. I cannot move, old man. You see? So Krishna had to eat that because the bhakta is offering. He cannot refuse. Yomam bhaktya prachati. Real thing is bhakti. What you can offer to Krishna? Everything belongs to Krishna. What you have got, what is your value, and what is the value of your things? It is nothing. Therefore, real thing is bhaktya. Real thing is your feelings. Krishna, kindly take it. I have no qualification. I am most rotten and fallen. But, and Prabhupada is weeping at this point. He's saying, I have brought this thing for you, so please accept. This will be accepted. Don't be puffed up. Always be careful you're dealing with Krishna. This is my request.
And whatever we are giving to Krishna is also given to us by Krishna only. So that's, in that way, we should not feel proud. Oh, I am giving this. I don't know, Krishna only gave you that. You have money, but who gave you the intelligence to make the money? Krishna gave the intelligence. Of course, you may say it's my karma, because of my karma, but who is enforcing the karma? The karma is being enforced by the Supreme Lord. So, yeah, so it is like that. So we should not be proud like that.
Yeah, and when we give to Krishna, we get a million times in return. And we have so many examples. Sudama giving a little poha to Krishna, and he was not giving. Krishna snatched it, and in return, we know he gave him Sudama Puri. The fruit vendor also. And the fruit vendor gave all her fruits to Krishna, and she just accepted few grains of rice, and Krishna filled her basket with jewels. So this is what Krishna, he reciprocate million times. Like if we take one step towards Krishna, Krishna takes 10 steps towards us. He's more anxious to give us, to bring us back home than we are.
He serves us more than what we can do. And whatever we do is also because of him only. So, okay, so it's our free will. We are like that. Krishna appreciates that. Yeah, okay, this person is okay. So the next verse.
I think the only thing we can do is desire, and just Krishna makes things happen. Even service to Krishna, as you said, unless he gives us the ability and the resources, how can we serve him or give him anything? So only thing is we desire in our heart, and Krishna makes it happen. That's a free will.
Yeah, we have to controlling the mind means controlling our desires, because desires are coming like rivers flowing into the ocean. So many desires are coming, and we have to evaluate those desires. If those desires are favorable, and if they are not favorable, then you say, this is not my real desire of the soul. This is not the real desire. This is some acquired desire I have gotten in association with modes of nature. So I'm getting all these desires, but these are not my real desires of the soul. So we have to identify ourselves as the soul. And yeah, so many desires come. So if you can say, this is not me. Yeah, if you can do that, then that's very wonderful. I mean, so all the time, so many thoughts are coming and so many desires may come. And we don't have to take every desire seriously, except those desires that move us closer to the eternal goal of life, Krishna Prem, right? So otherwise, all the desires, we don't have to take that seriously. So Prabhupada says, don't trust the mind. Mind is a repository of all the impressions and everything. And don't trust the mind. The mind is not your friend in the conditioned state. So ignore the mind, right? He says, don't trust the mind. Mind is like a wild animal. So don't keep faith in the mind, that whatever mind is telling me is for my benefit. Like, so that's how we have to practice. And then, yeah. Of course, there is spiritual mind and there is material mind. So the soul also has mind, spiritual mind. So we want to connect with that, not with this material mind. Okay, so next verse. It's not so easy. To speak all is very easy. But that's why you have to give constant instruction to your mind, mana siksha. You have to constantly give instructions to your mind till it behaves. And so many things we know, right, from Shastra. So we can use those things from Shastra. Whenever when desires come up, you can use it. You can use the Shastric knowledge to subdue the mind. So that's why it is considered like a battle. Spiritual life, when you take up, it's like a war against the illusory energy, because it's against our own self, our in the mind, basically. In the conditioned state, the mind is coming up with so many proposals and so many things. So with Shastric knowledge, you have to control the mind and subdue the mind. As Krishna says, subdue this lust, right? What is a Jahi Shatru Mahabaho Kama Rupa Durasadam. Like, no, he says, by steady intelligence, what is that? Sanstapya Atmana Atmana.
येनात्
Jahi.
एवं बुद्धे परम
Evam Buddhe Paramudva.
संस्थिभ्यो आत्मनात्मनि जहि शत्रु महाबाहो काम
Kama Rupa Durasadam. Yeah, by steady intelligence, in the 3rd chapter, Krishna is saying, with steady intelligence, one should subdue this. So, steady the mind by deliberate intelligence, like the deliberate spiritual intelligence. So, that is called, yesterday, the question was asked, you do Shravanam, then you do, basically it was Mananam. So, Mananam means you are constantly in touch with the Shastra knowledge, and with that you act in your life and you subdue all those things that are not in line with the Shastra, with Bhagavad Gita and like that. So, Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasana, like that. Okay, Sakshatkaram. Tasmadaham Vigata Viklava Ishwarasya Sarvatmana Mahi Grinami Yatha Manisham Nicho Jaya Guna Visargam Anupravishtaha Puye Tayena Hi Puman Anuvarnitena. Therefore, although I was born in a demonic family, so Prahlad is saying, I was born in a demonic family, I may without a doubt offer prayers to the Lord with full endeavor, as far as my intelligence allows. Because he said, only bhakti can please the Lord, right? Nothing else. So, not high birth, not this, not that. So, Lord is only pleased by bhakti, not by wealth. So, Prahlad is saying, yes, even though I was born in low birth, but I can still praise you as far as my intelligence allows. So, everybody, according to their ability, should serve Krishna. Like we say, the squirrel was serving according to its ability, Hanumanji was serving according to his ability. But with our full ability, we should serve Krishna, whatever. Anyone who has been forced by ignorance to enter the material world may be purified of material life if he offers prayers to the Lord and hears the Lord's glories. Okay. So we have been forced by ignorance to enter the material world. Of course, there is no material world for a devotee because it's all spiritual, but we are in the cycle of birth and death because of the ignorance, avidya. Okay, it is clearly understood that a devotee does not need to be born in a very high family to be rich, to be aristocratic, or to be very beautiful. So devotee does not, none of these qualifications will engage one in devotional service. With devotion, one should feel God is great and I am very small. Therefore, my duty is to offer my prayers to the Lord. Only on this basis can one understand and render service to the Lord. As the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, 1855. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yashchasmi tatvatah yavan yashchasmi tatvatah tato mam tatvato gyatva vishate tad anantaram. One can understand me as I am, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by devotional service. And when one is in full consciousness of me by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God. Thus, Prahlad Maharaj decided to offer his best prayers to the Lord without consideration of his material position. So now maybe the prayers start. So first thing he will say, yeah. Okay, it's 8 o'clock also, so we'll stop here. We'll continue next verse next time. Anybody like to say anything? You can now share what.
I can sing one bhajan. Yeah. Okay. So this is Bhakti Vinod Thakur Sharanam Gati. And this is in which limb? Anukul. Anukul is Sankalpa, Pratikul is Savarjana. So this is Anukul. Bhakti Anukul. शुद्ध भक्ता चरण रेणु भजन अनुकूला भक्त सेवा परम सिद्धि प्रेमलती करमूला माधव तीथि भक्ति जननी जेतने पालन कोरी कृष्ण बसती बोली परम आदर बोरी गौरा मारा जे सब स्थाने करोलो ब्रह्मण रंगे से सब स्थाना हेरे बो आमी प्रणयी भक्ता संगे मृदंगा बाद्या शुनिते माना अब सदा जाची गौर विहिता कीर्तन शुनि आनंदे हृदय नाचे जुगल मूर्ति देखिया मोरा परम आनंद होया प्रसाद सेवा करोते होया सकल प्रपंच जाया जे दिन गृहे भजन देखी गृहते गोलक भाया चरण सीधु देखिया गंगा सुख सीमा पाया तुलसी देखी जुराया प्राणा माधव तोषणी जानी गौर प्रिया शाक सेवने जीवन सार्थक मानी भक्ति विनोदा कृष्ण भजने अनुकूल पाया जा प्रति दिवसे परम सुखे स्वीकार कोरयता शुद्ध भक्ता चरण रेणु भजन अनुकूला भक्त सेवा परम सिद्धि प्रेमलती करमूला. Translation. The dust of the lotus feet of pure devotees, enthusiastic devotional service, and service to the pure devotees of the highest order are the roots of the creeper of devotion. The holy days like Ekadashi and Janmashtami are the mother of devotion for those devotees who respect them. Let the holy places of Krishna's pastimes be my places of worship and bless me. May I always visit all the holy places associated with the Leela of Sri Chaitanya and his devotees. When I hear the sound of Mridanga in my heart, I always desire to join in Kirtan. And when I hear the bona fide songs describing Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, my heart dances in ecstasy. Whenever I see the transcendental Sri Vigrahas of Radha Krishna, I am in bliss, for by taking their lordship's prasad, we can conquer over the material elements. One day, while performing devotional practices, I saw my house transformed into Golak Vrindavan. When I take the Charnamrit of the deity, I see the holy Ganges water that come from the feet of Lord Vishnu, and my bliss knows no bounds. By seeing the Tulsi tree, my heart feels joy, and Lord Madhav is also satisfied. When I eat the prasad favored by Lord Chaitanya, it's new life's experience. Lord Chaitanya was very fond of a green vegetable preparation called shak. And there's another song in this book that tells of the amazing effects of this type of prasad. Bhakti Vinod concludes by saying, whosoever attains the stage of enthusiasm for these devotional practices will be supremely blissful wherever he may be. So I was thinking as we were hearing the class yesterday that the class title was How to Become Serious in Devotional Service. But Maharaj was saying, well, we have to be joyful in devotional service because there is so much joy in this process. Susukhum kartum avyayam. And then this Brahmabhuta prasanatma na shochati na kankshati.
Actually, yesterday I gave him the topic, but I said how to do devotional service in the right, with the right attitude and the right consciousness. That was the topic, but I think he may learn
Yeah,
it.
but he answered it. It's in this, the right
With the right attitude. What is the attitude?
Yeah, the attitude is, see, the attitude he was saying that we have to please Krishna.
Because everybody is doing devotional service, I said.
Yes,
So
yes.
how we can do it in the
He
right?
answered that. He answered that. So I really like what he said. Okay, for your boss in office, like how much you do to please your boss, and even if your boss becomes angry at you, you are tolerant. Why you tolerant? Because you're getting a salary from your boss. You cannot survive. You are being maintained by the boss, you think so. Whatever the boss says, you have to tolerate, and you have to try to please him, to get promotion, whatever, right? So if we understand what salary Krishna will give us in terms of joy and bhakti, then we will do anything and everything to please Krishna. And even if devotees, we become tolerant with devotees, we behave well with them, we serve them, ultimately because we want salary from Krishna. What is that? Prema dhana vina vyartha daritra jivan das kori vetan more deho prema dhan. We'll get prema dhan from Krishna if we try to do everything for the pleasure of Krishna, and serve devotees, please devotees, don't become angry with devotees, all the good qualities of, we have all those good qualities, then Krishna will give us that salary. He was saying that if we understand the value of what we can get from Krishna, then we will do everything properly to please him. Every moment we will be trying, because Krishna is watching. I have to please Krishna. He will give me prem dhan, he will give me joy and bhakti. So
If we have
that,
the Trinadapi Sunichina.
yeah, he was saying yes. The formula to impress Krishna is Trinadapi Sunichan. That is the mood that we need to be in always.
Even if somebody criticizes you, you are showing love to them, you embrace them. Like
Yeah.
that. So that is the thing.
He says you go against your nature and do so much to impress the boss. For Krishna, we have to go against our nature. Our real nature is, to become puffed up, to have false ego and pride, and I am the center. That is our real nature. But go against our nature, Trinadapi Sunichana, just to please Krishna, impress Krishna.
Don't put yourself in the center. Put devotees and Krishna in the center.
Yeah.
Like that is also like, okay, it's not about me.
Mm-hmm.
It's about Srila Prabhupada. It's about the pure devotees, right? It's not
Mm-hmm.
about me.
Yeah. He says the test, that Krishna will be pleased when you are willing to hug the person who spits at you.
Mm.
Then Krishna will make you Kirtaniya Sadahari.
That is the salary that Krishna will give you, that you will get taste in chanting the holy name. If you pass this test, the person who hates you the most, you hug that person.
Yeah, because if somebody respects you, you can respect them back. Somebody doesn't respect you, you have to respect them. That's difficult. That is amanina manadina, right? We say if you respect those who don't without expecting any respect, you respect others. So, yes.
Yeah. He also says, never say no to any seva that comes to you. Just say yes.
But I was thinking about it. If you say no and then you don't show up for the seva, then it'll be a problem.
Yeah, but that means, that seva has come to you through Krishna. So
yeah, so I can sell all the devotees, right? Okay, now every Sunday, please come. We'll go out for book distribution. Then everybody should say yes, right? Everybody should say yes. Then if you say yes, then I depend upon you. And if you don't show up, or everybody should come for DT dressing. Like, okay, you come for this seva every Sunday, and then you don't show up, then it will create a lot of bad. And then say, now everybody should cook, right? If I say, okay, now you do DT dressing, now you should cook. Now you should do this. Now you should do this. But, of course, he is living in the temple and he's like, but you have your limitations based on your body and things. I say, oh no, everybody should come for Mangala Arati on Saturday. You're going for Mangala Arati. So then or I'm telling seva to others. And similarly, others can also give me seva, right? Okay, today we need this, so we should help in the kitchen. We should do this. Today there's a big catering order. You should all come. But then no, I say I have my work and I have my this and
See,
I have my baby
maybe
at
what
home.
it means is like, if you can you try to do it to your best ability. But we can come up with many excuses. You give any seva to anybody and they can bring up million excuses that they cannot.
But they may be doing engaged in another seva, right? Like, for instance, our Prem Vilas Prabhu, right? He's doing all this. So he may not be able to come to Mangalarati in the morning. If you say, oh, well, Saturday you have to come, but he may be out of town because he's doing some seva in a different way. So somebody may be taking care of their child and they may say, this is my seva. I'm raising my child in Krishna consciousness. So I have to take care of my child. I cannot come for DT service. Like Prabhupada also told, now you to stop your DT service because you have to take care of your child. I was just thinking about that in my mind. So
That's fine. In our hearts, we know that why we rejecting that seva. Okay, if we have another seva that we are doing, and that is good. But if we are making up other material excuses, just so because we are lazy or we are whatever, engaged in material activities, then we know in our heart, right, whether it's a proper excuse or just made up an excuse, right? So we internally have to evaluate. We cannot evaluate others. We have to evaluate internally that, why am I not going to that seva? Somebody's asking. So that's where, do your best. You can. That's what I think. That's what it means. So
yeah, I mean, like we say, mind, right? The one is N, right? N is
neglects responsibility.
neglects,
Denies reality.
imagines,
and magnifies
magnifies.
them.
Yeah. So it neglects opportunities for seva. That's what, like, if you get an opportunity, mind says, no, I don't want to do this seva because, but
No, I mean, Prabhupada would send his disciples and he said, you go to Pakistan, you go to Russia. They can come up with million excuses. No, Prabhupada, I cannot go. I don't have money. And it's very unsafe there. But those who are fully surrendered devotees, they say, okay, my spiritual master is giving me the seva and he's also giving me the power and I'm, empowerment to do this seva. So whatever happens, Krishna will take care of me. Right? So they can come up with excuses, but then they're fully surrendered, right?
yeah. So mostly we are like, if somebody says, okay, give up all, stay in the temple, do full-time service. So we have to be or just do full-time service and preach.
Yeah, if the Guru Maharaj says, then yeah, that's something different.
I mean, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, Yare dekho tare kahu Krishna Updesh. Right? Amara Gya Guru Tare Desh. Okay. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also our guru in sense.
Yeah, so that means whoever you meet, whether at work, in your friend circle,
Yeah,
you should
always
tell
think of me, become my devotee. Krishna is saying, right? Use your all your wealth, pranartha diya vacha, all your wealth, all your life for the service of others. So if you are like, yeah, we can do that, then that's good. We are using everything, nothing for me, everything for Krishna. But
So,
that so there are levels of surrender, right? I mean, yeah, there's
Sthane
different levels.
sthita shruti-gatam tanmanmanobil, that is also there. You stay at your position and you keep serving Krishna, hearing about Krishna. That is also Krishna. I think some Madhav Kanta Prabhu sings.
for genuine reason, if someone, let's say, is not able to perform seva, so I was thinking like a culture of that person uh, try to identify his some other person we call backup, and identifying that backup. So it is more like a responsibility, right? When I'm not able to perform, can I find someone else so that services is not impacted? So again, this doesn't happen, I mean, sometimes, but that sometimes this culture, if you try to get that, that really helps. So that's also more of a responsibility of that person, that hey, I'm not able to show up, but I can find someone else. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, correct. Somehow get it done. Either me or some other devotee, or maybe at some other time. Adjust your life, your day in such a way that you will be able to do that. Yeah, nothing is impossible, right? Um, okay, so yeah, I mean, this song is about enthusiastic devotional service. How do you become enthusiastic? When you know that you have gotten something so rare, like you become a like you suddenly get some $1 million lottery, and how would you be feeling in your heart? Or you are getting married to the person of your dreams, how much joy you're feeling in your heart. So coming to the temple, seeing the deities, seeing Tulasi, going to the holy places, sitting in the Harikatha, getting the opportunity to serve devotees, we should be feeling so much joy. It's such a rare opportunity that Krishna has given me in this life. That's what this picture was about. I pasted. These are the luxuries of life. This is the real $1 million lottery that we have gotten. That we have some taste in our heart, that we can chant Hare Krishna, and we have gotten the association devotees. We have understood somewhat the value of the Hare Krishna mantra. We are able to serve Krishna by cooking for Krishna, and we are getting prasadam, dancing for Krishna. He was saying that who gets up at 4 a.m. in the morning and starts dancing? It's the devotees, because Krishna has given me another day to chant his names, to do his service. Such joy in the heart. So you get up and you start dancing, singing for Krishna, preaching and telling others about Krishna. These are the luxuries in life. We should be very grateful to Krishna that we have gotten this, and so we should be feeling very joyful, um, and feeling so much bliss. um, yeah, so I mean, recently we were at the temple, and my dad had this, he fell unconscious and we had to go to the hospital. So there was aarti going on in the temple, and I was saying, suddenly we were in the temple doing aarti, and now suddenly we're in the hospital, here in this situation. So we can be in million other places in the world, or we can be in the temple. So if we are in the temple, such fortunate situation that we are in the temple doing aarti of Krishna, because we can be in so many other miserable places in this material world. So as soon as we do anything for Krishna, we should be so joyful that thank you, Krishna, for giving me this time, this opportunity, and yeah, to do this for you. So then we'll be joyful. So he was saying there are two type of Brahm. He is saying there is Ananda Brahm and there is Vaikuntha Brahm. There is Brahm, there is illusion that I can be happy in this world, and Vaikuntha Brahm means I can eternally stay in this world. So in this material world, there is an illusion of, people are happy of so many things, but it is an illusory happiness because it's temporary and doesn't stay. And Chaitanya Charitamrita also says that this happiness of this material world is like a person whose head is dumped under water and his head is put out of water and he's able to breathe. So gap between two miseries is considered as happiness in this material world. So, but the spiritual happiness is the real happiness. Then if we get that happiness, then all other happiness becomes so insignificant. Yam labdhava chaparam labham manyate nadhikam tata. There is no greater happiness once we have. So he was saying for one who has gotten $10 million, he is not looking, here and there to make some pennies. There is no competition, he was saying. So this drop of happiness of this material world, he's not looking for that. He's getting an ocean of happiness from spiritual services. So yeah, and he was talking about, as we were discussing, the rich people, whatever you are in whatever material situation, you will always be frustrated. That is the point of this. This is how the world is designed to be. Yeah, he was talking about this Aruna story. Uh, that he went he that even in the heavenly planets people think that there is happiness, but with this story that he became Aruni the female and he wanted to go check out what is happening in Indralok. And so that is amazing. I had never heard this story before, but heavenly planets also, there's so much suffering. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying that whoever attains this stage of enthusiasm for these devotional practices will always be supremely blissful wherever he may be. In whatever situation Krishna places us, he was saying that, somebody getting a promotion, he says Hari Bol. Somebody died in the family, he says Hari Bol all the time. See, anybody dies in the family, we chant Hare Krishna. Anytime there is a birthday celebration or there is some nice things that happen in the family, there is kirtan. Always that's what the devotees do. In all situations they are chanting Hare Krishna. Yeah. Okay, Prabhuji would like to add anything?
Yeah, we can dovetail everything with Krishna. Right? That's birthday party you can celebrate, and you can have kirtan, can have some games, right? Krishna. So yeah, the only thing is that yeah, we are in unhappy place, but we have not realized it fully. That's why Prabhupada said, if you want to go back home, back to Godhead, then you have to come to this conclusion that there is no happiness in the material world. Like Indra is stuck up there in Swarga, right? He could have gone back home, back to Godhead. That is the effect of Maya. The effect of Maya is that even you are in an unhappy situation, you are not realizing it, like all the living entities and everything. So Indra is stuck up there in the in the Svargalok because of his desires for material enjoyment. So all the living entities are stuck up here in this material world, although it's an unhappy place, but we are attached to happiness in the unhappy place.
He was saying about getting into a train compartment and decorating and starting to decorate your train compartment, make it more comfortable for you. But till when you finish the decoration, just your station has come, then you have to get
It's
out of
like
the
going
train.
to a hotel, we say, right? And we say, oh, we have to now change this and that. And
That makes sense.
or in a prison, you say, oh, I want to better cell in the prison. I want nicer cell in the prison. So you're in the prison. You should get out of the prison, but you are trying to better your cell in the prison. Like that, so many analogies.
He says you should laugh your way back to Godhead. Like,
Yeah, that means you don't take anything very seriously, material things very seriously. But the only thing is that, yeah, if you have to build a career, then you have to take it seriously. Otherwise, you cannot build a career, right? If you want to become a doctor or anything, you have to take it seriously. Uh,
I think do your best and
but
leave
you
the
can become
rest.
a doctor for Krishna, like that. You can use your profession to serve Krishna. But you have to take your study seriously. Otherwise, how can you,
Prabhupada also wanted to be a rich businessman, but Krishna had another plan for him, right? So he failed in his business multiple times. So if Krishna doesn't want things to happen that way, then you follow Krishna's plan. That is the Vrajvasi, right? He will show you what is meant for you. So you may receive failures in some areas, but understand, then Krishna will guide you to the path that you have to take according to him.
Yeah. But like, yeah, that is there. Ultimately, Prabhupada's thing failed because he was meant to take sannyas and preach Krishna consciousness. So Krishna showed mercy to him. Everybody may not be at that level, right? If you have some desire and you don't get that desire fulfilled, you become frustrated. Like we recently heard somebody lost their faith because they're thinking, how this I was serving Krishna, how can this have? So he was also talking about, if our faith is tied to good things happening in this material world, then our faith will be shaken when good things don't happen. So according to our desire, right? That's like, okay, my faith is tied to the fulfillment of my desires. So I'm serving Krishna so that my desires, and if it doesn't get fulfilled, then your faith will also be shaken. So one should not have faith which is dependent on material happiness and things going right for me, because it will not go right in this material world. It may go right for some time, and then it will not go right, because everybody has to die in this material world. So it will not go right. So yeah, you can lose your faith. So yeah, Shastriya Shraddha he was talking is like, okay, have faith because Krishna says it. And of course, by experience also, we can build our faith, that when we chant Hare Krishna. And okay, yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I can sing one bhajan.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, this bhajan is from the Punaha Prarthana song by
You have a link?
Narottam Das Thakur. KK song, yeah.
Can you post the link here?
Okay, one second. Actually, I don't. Okay, message everyone. Okay. Did you get the link? Okay. Okay. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Doya Koro More Toma Bina Ke Doyalu Jagat Samsare Patita Pavana Hetu Tava Avatara Musama Patita Prabhu न पाइबे यार हा हा प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी कृपा बालोकाना करो আমি বড় দুঃখী দয়া করো সীতাপতি অদ্বৈত গোসাই तव कृपा बले पाई चैतन्य निताई गौर प्रेम माया तनु पंडित गदाधर श्रीनिवास हरिदास
दोया रसागर हा स्वरूप सनातन रूप रघुनाथ भट्ट जुग श्री जीवा प्रभु लोकनाथ दोया को आचार्य प्रभु श्रीनिवास रामचंद्र संगा मगे नरोत्तम दास. Yeah, so this was the song. The translation is, My dear Lord Chaitanya, please be merciful to me, because who can be more merciful than your Lordship within these three worlds? And that is so true, right? Lord Chaitanya gave us this gift of holy name that we are chanting. And it's just so, I mean, there are no rules, regulations. He has made it so easy that we, and especially in Kali Yuga, everybody wants some instant thing, right? They cannot follow like lengthy processes. So he has shortened this process for us. But some unfortunate people like me, we are not taking much benefit by chanting constantly his holy name. But yeah, he has made this process very easy for all of us. So he's so merciful in that way. And your incarnation is just to reclaim the conditioned fallen souls. But I assure you that you will not find a greater fallen soul than me. Therefore, my claim is first. So nice that the author, like, he's telling, his the humility, right? The humility quality is displayed in this. Like, he's saying that he is the most fallen. I think we should also be in that consciousness that I am the most fallen who needs the most mercy. So then that way, um, we'll be able to chant in that humble state of mind. Mindset we can foster by being in this kind of humility state. My dear Lord Nityananda, you are always joyful in spiritual bliss. Since you always appear very happy, I have come to you because I am most unhappy. If you kindly put your glance over me, then I may also become happy. So, yeah, this is our situation in our material life also. We are just so unhappy and unfortunate, especially in this age of Kali. But because of the mercy of great souls like Lord Chaitanya, who is God himself, and Lord Nityananda, that we have got this holy name, Sankirtan movement, that we can follow this devotional principle and become joyful. And my dear Advait Prabhu, husband of Sita, you are so kind. Please be merciful to me. If you are kind to me, naturally, Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda will also be kind to me. Gaura's love embodiment is shown by Gadadhar Pandit, Srinivas Pandit, and Haridas Thakur are the ocean of mercy. O Swarup Damodar, personal secretary of Lord Chaitanya, O six Goswamis, O Sri Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, O Lakh Loknath Goswami, my beloved spiritual master Narottam Das, also prays for your mercy. So this all six Goswamis also pray with so much intensity, and we have to follow into their footsteps. They have given us a lot of literature and lot of practical tips, right, that we can follow to attain the abode of God and his eternal service. So, O Srinivas Acharya, successor to the six Goswamis, please be merciful to me. Narottam Das always desires the company of Ramachandra Chakravarti. Yeah, so this is the mood we have to foster. Yeah, it's a beautiful song. That's what I wanted to say.
Thank you very much. Anybody has any comments on the song? Or...
Yeah, see, the association of devotees is seeking for. So we get blissful. So the association acts upon us, right? So we stay with those dedicated devotees who are feeling the joy in Bhakti Amir also. So Srinivas Acharya is seeking the company of Ramachandra Chakravarti. I think it's Narottam Das Thakur's disciple. And somebody was saying that Srinivas Acharya is at a high level. is a senior devotee and Ramachandra Chakravarti is a junior devotee. Still he's saying, I'm seeking the association of this. Actually, in spiritual life, I mean, we like the advancement does not, somebody who has joined new may be more advanced also. We don't know about millions of lifetimes of bhakti that they have done. So yeah, one devotee was saying that Srinivasacharya, Narottam Das Thakur, and this Shyamananda Pandit, and then another generation down is Ramachandra Chakravarti.
Okay. Anybody else like to say anything? Madhav Gandha Prabhu, you have anything? Archesita joined us. Would you like to say anything, Archesita? Archeshita. I always pronounce it incorrectly. Archeshita.
No, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna. I just joined listening. Juhit really is good. The song is really sang very well by you, Juhi.
Thanks to you.
I'm planning to sing that, like learning that song. I really like it. Hare Krishna.
They sing this in Mayapur every day during Darshanarti. Afterwards, yeah, they sing.
Good to know, yeah.
We should all go to Mayapur one day. Okay, anything else? So we can...
We can read pastimes of Mayapur Nrsingadev if you want. I can paste the link.
Okay. That I wanted to finish that lecture by Amog Leela Prabhu, but if you want, we can read that.
Yeah. Yeah, we can hear the lecture.
Yeah, that Ansuni Katha.
I got it. $160,000 in complete sales just on the stem wave device itself. We do anything from 20,000 a month to 60,000 a month. It's cash, which I love. It's not insurance. Our overall revenue.
Huh? I was just seeing how to make $60,000. It's saying something 20.
Should use the Brave browser.
But then you'll miss out how to make $20,000 a month. Maybe you're already making, so you know. Okay. No, we'll use Brave. Okay, let's see where we are.
ऋषिका उन्होंने कहा अपना भाव बढ़ाओ ऐसा। तो एक समय ऐसा हुआ कि आदि शंकराचार्य थे, आदि शंकराचार्य में शिष्य के साथ जा रहे थे, तो ये फांसी लगा करके मरने वाला था, इसलिए इसको दर्शन हुए, तो मैं यहाँ पर हूँ, नहीं तो फंदा गले में कैसे घूम रहा है, हवा में कैसे घूम रहा है, तो इसलिए अपनी भक्ति को और इंटेंस कर, लौल्यम बढ़ा अपना, तो फिर तेरे को मेरे दर्शन होंगे। यस, तो इसीलिए किसी प्रकार की सुकृति से भी भगवान प्राप्त नहीं होते। कैसे प्राप्त होते हैं? लौल्यम एकम अपि मूल्यम। यस, जन्म कोटि सुकृतिर ना लभते। जन्म कोटि की सुकृति के द्वारा भी भगवान के दर्शन नहीं होते जी। यस, तो इसी का उन्होंने कहा अपना भाव बढ़ाओ ऐसा। तो एक समय ऐसा हुआ कि आदि शंकराचार्य थे, आदि शंकराचार्य